EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lawrence will throw.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ridley was one of the game's brightest young stars in 2020. He hasn't played since early in the 2021 season, but Jacksonville made a low-cost move to bring him in and see if he can return to the game with the form he once had.
Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give to Etienne running right.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Touchdown! Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan. Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And caught by London.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta. Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ritter now on 2nd down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot.
Ritter back to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Ritter.
And this one complete to Smith. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback. To the 25. Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence. That one down the field for Strange. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Here comes Rager. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30.
Ready?
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson.
And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Ridder will set up to throw it. He's able to find Melton.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ridder looking to throw on 1st and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ridder to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
That is caught. He's got the 1st down and more. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. We'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
This is 2nd and 8. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here's Ritter.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
On play action, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
The Falcons' pass rush was the second worst in the NFL last year with only 21 sacks. So what do? You go out and get a big man who knows how to get to the quarterback, as we just saw there. Calais Campbell in his 16th season remains one of the most respected players in the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 30. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab.
And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Ritter now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Jaguars at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Back to throw, Ritter. This pass is caught by London. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ridder with it after the play fake.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Looking to throw it here. Ridder.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Ridder looking to throw here on 4th.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's going to launch it for Washington.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are different.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ridder off the play fake. is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Ridder throwing on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence will throw.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Parker Washington
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead.
McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Ridder. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
They'll run with Robinson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bo Melton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Etienne once more. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like this?
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On play action, here's Ridder. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Drill green. 6. Meta. 10.
Off the play fake, it's Ridder. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Ready?
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ridder again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And the Falcons are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Ridder. And it's intercepted at the goal line. On the return, Walker. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Reagor. He's going to bring this one out. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Going play action. Ridder rolling to his right. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Robinson. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Ridder to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. Ridder now. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Red on red.
2nd and 12.
Go, let's go. Phil.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's good. We're on Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
All right, let's go.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Easy.
Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
30 left. Go.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jags are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ridder with it after the play fake.
Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, it's Ridder.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to throw, Ridder. Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. A third down gain of 19. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw it here, Ridder.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
A short throw to Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. To the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence
Being chased out left.
pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs.
Hey, Ryan!
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Jacksonville, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.